Hello friend, Daniel here with StockMusicLicensing.com, bringing you the best tips and strategies for selling your music on royalty-free libraries. Now, on previous videos, I've been sharing tips and strategies on how to get inspiration from real-life examples of music that has been placed on YouTube videos, on Facebook ads, and on Instagram. I also have shared on a previous video on how to use places like Pixabay in order to create your own videos and edit them and add music to those videos so you can see how your music performs with a video on top of it. Now, in a nutshell, what this means is that you can actually see how your music will work together with images. This is a great exercise, and I highly recommend you do this. Even if you have done it before, I really advise you to do it from time to time so you can create a collage, if you will, of videos, and not only it will give you an understanding of how your music will work with a particular video editing, but at the same time it can serve as a promotion. For example, quite recently I wrote a Latin track, and I actually did this track in a day, and I documented the whole process of how I compose a Latin track from start to finish, and how I upload that track as well in that same day, and it got accepted by a library. And I actually did as well a small collage of videos or video clips that I got online, and put my music with those videos in order to enhance the experience of this particular music track. So you can see that it's a perfect example as well of what we were talking on previous videos on how music supports an image. Obviously on this last particular track, it's very specific, it's a Latin track. So I had to find images from Latin America, from South America, and all kinds of images that I could find when it came down to this particular theme. Now on this video, I want to share with you a different technique in order for you to get inspiration and ideas to compose stock music. Now, this is what I do. I like to sit down here by my desk with an empty canvas. I don't work with a template. I know that templates could work for certain genres of music where you need to have certain things in place so you don't waste time. But for me, when it comes down to a commercial track, when it comes down to something that I'm not really sure what I'm going to be writing here, I like to open an empty canvas. And by the way, this is what I came up with that particular day when I composed that Latin track. Could I have saved a lot of time if I had a Latin template? Maybe, who knows? Can that speed up the process? For sure. But when I have an empty canvas, the possibilities are endless, and I don't know where my music is gonna end up. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be writing, and I'm using this Latin track as an example because I wanted to compose that day an acoustic track, just a plain, bland acoustic track with just an acoustic guitar, nothing else. Now, this is a perfect example of something that it was meant to be, or like I like to call it, the music track that almost never got written because that day, it was a rainy day, and I had actually saved that session as the title was Rain because it was a rainy day here in Greece that day, and I grabbed my acoustic guitar and I just had these chords ideas that I just wanted to put down on Logic. I just wanted to lay down those 4 chords before I forget, and they seem quite emotional. But little did I know that the direction that the music was going to take me. At times I'm very methodical about what I want to write, and at times I just let the music flow, and I'm just a vehicle for that to make it happen, if that makes any sense. So I'm using the Latin track as an example because I never intended that day to write a Latin track, let alone using trumpets as a main instrument. I got a lot of comments from those trumpets that I was using on that particular track, saying what kind of samples am I using, and the honest truth is that those trumpets are Apple loops that I chopped off, and pretty much those Apple loops just come with Logic. You have access to them if you're a Logic user. And what I did is I just cut them off and tried to create a motif with that particular trumpet, and put a little bit of reverb here and there and created that kind of atmosphere. So I think this is a perfect example of why it's so important to just show up by your desk with your laptop, empty canvas, just put 2 or 3 chords on a piano, guitar. The instrument doesn't really matter. You might have an idea of what you want to write, but at times that idea could take you somewhere else. And this is a perfect exercise for you as a composer. You might have an idea of composing a cinematic track, lay down those 4 or 3 chords, and then just let the music speak to you. Just put one foot in front of the other. You don't need to see the whole road ahead of you in order to compose your masterpiece. So I like to do this from time to time. Sometimes I'm more clinical, I'm more calculated, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And other times I just let the music flow and experiment and have fun. It's about having fun. So highly recommend. Again, this is a great exercise for you, even if you're an experienced composer. Empty canvas, no template, just put a piano or grab a guitar. I'm a guitarist, so for me it's very easy to just put the microphone. I have the microphone here ready to go. I play the acoustic guitar, put a few chords down, and then let the music happen. I don't know where it's gonna take me. I try not to force it at times, and I try to go to where I haven't been before as a composer. So again, I hope this is a great tip for you. Nothing against templates. I know that templates are very helpful and templates do work. I use templates for other type of compositions, but at times I like to have an empty canvas and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. And this is where the fun of creativity kicks in, because yes, you have to spend some time looking for samples, but at the same time, you don't know exactly where that sample or that idea that you have in your brain is gonna take you. So I hope this is a great exercise for you. Remember, empty canvas, put 2 or 3 chords down, and off you go. Be creative, be as crazy as possible when it comes down to the instruments, and remember, keep it simple. I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I love you guys all very much. If you're new to music licensing or to royalty-free libraries, go and watch my free workshop. I teach you there how to earn between $500 and $1,000 per month with music licensing on the side. Again, link in the description, and as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.